Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. War. This week, I want to focus on geometry and I want to focus on surface area. Now, I have videos on volume and I will tag them below so that you can review those. However, for the TAS exam, they never wanted students to find surface area. But for GED, you have to be able to find a surface area. So that's why I'm making this video. Now, the best thing about the GED is that you don't have to memorize the formulas. In the formula sheet, they actually have area of square, rectangle, parallelogram, triangle, and trapezoid, and circle. So you don't have to memorize. They also have the perimeter of a square, rectangle, triangle, circumference of a circle. For circle, we don't say perimeter, we say circumference. So again, you don't have to memorize. And here, this is where we're going to be this week, surface area and volume of. So you have to be able to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. That's what we're going to do today. When you see the word SA, that means surface area. And surface area is 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the length times the height plus 2 times the width times the height. Over here, this is volume, and we know volume is length times width times height. And if you notice, they give you the formulas for right prism, cylinder, pyramid, cone, and sphere. Those will come later. The only one that I have to make a volume and surface area together will be the right prism, because on the TAS test, right prism was a shape we didn't need. But on the GED, we do. So let's begin. So our first question is saying a box of crackers is in the shape of a rectangular prism. So it looks like a box and has the dimensions shown in the diagram below. What is the surface area in square centimeters of the box of crackers? So on the GED test, you would, go to your formula page. Here's the formula, rectangular prism, and that's the formula. And it's SA equals to 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. So I've had this memorized in my head, so I always know it's 2 times LW, and then it's L again with the H, and then it's 2 with the W and the H together. Now, another thing you have to do is label. So here, this 15 is your length. The 6 up here, that is your width, and the 20 here is your height. Now, because we're saying surface area, we want to cover the entire box, like every face of the box. And because this is a rectangle, it's going to have 6 faces. So the cracker, so this is the front and the back. They're both the same. So that will be considered 2. Over here and on the other side is 2. And then at the base and the top, it's 2. So let's start replacing L and W and L and H and W and H by their numerical values. I have 2 times the length is 15 and the width is 6. So I'm actually finding the area of here. So this, we know this is 6. And this right here is 15, because if down here is 15, up here is 15. So I'm actually finding the area of the top of the box. So I'm doing 2 times 15 times 6. Plus, then I have 2 times the length is 15, and then the height is 20. So I'm finding the area of this right here. So the front of the box, and because I'm timesing by 2, I'm also going to get the back of the box. So I am doing this right here. So I'm finding the area of this face of the box right here. So this is 2 times 15 times 20. And finally, I'm doing 2 times the width, which is 6, and the height, which is 20. So I am over here. I'm going to be doing this in green. So we're doing 2 times 6. So if this is 6, this is 6 right here, and then the height is 20. So I'm doing this side right here. I'm finding the area of this side. So this is 2 times 6 times 20. So basically when they say surface area, just finding the area of every face of the box. Now you can use your calculator here, so you don't need a lot of manual computation. So we need our calculator. So I have my calculator and I'm just going to put everything in my calculator. So notice I have parentheses. It'll make my calculations more accurate. So open 2 times 15 times 6, close my parentheses, plus 2 times 15 times 20, close, plus, and then the last is 2 times 6 times 20, and close, and then I hit enter. And my surface area is 1020. So 1020, and because it's surface area, it's going to be square centimeters, and they already told us that, square centimeters. And you're finished. Okay, let's try this again. So here it says, use the figure below to answer the following question. We see the figure. They say the figure above is a cube. Now, once I see that word cube, I know with a cube, all the sides are the same. So it's like you have squares that are making your faces. So they say, what is the total surface area of the cube? So again, because it's a square, so if this is 2 feet, then this here is also 2 feet, and over here this is 2 feet. So the width is 2 feet, the length is 2 feet, and the height is 2 feet. Now because they say surface area, it means then that all the faces will have the same area. So I'm just going to find the area of one face. So because it's a square or rectangle, the area would be just length times width, which is 2 times 2, which gives you 4. So with a cube, how many faces do you have? Well, you're going to have 6 faces. So think of a dice. So you have 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So all I have to do is then take my 4, which is my area, and times it by the 6 faces, because they're all the same. And that gives me 24. So my answer is 24 square feet. So again, if they give you a cube, all you need to do is just find the area of one face and then multiply that by 6 because it's going to have 6 faces. Whether it's a rectangular prism or a cube, it will have 6 faces, but the beauty of the cube is that all the sides are the same. With a rectangular prism, the sides are different, so we have to do this manual long calculation. So sometimes they don't give you a shape, they'll just write it in words, and it says a rectangular prism has a length of 7 inches, a width of 4 inches, and a height of 12 inches. What is its surface area? So again, surface area is 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. And we're just going to replace L, W, L, H, and WH by their numerical values. So this is 2 times 7 times 4 plus 2 times 7 times 12 plus 2 times 4 times 12. And again, you can put this all in your calculator. Let's get our calculator. That's clear. So again, open your parentheses. 2 times 7 times 4 plus 2 times 7 times 12 plus 2 times 4 times 12. Our answer is 320, so it's 320 square inches. So our answer is C. On the GED exam, they say that in addition to finding surface area, you should be able to find either the height, the length, or the width given the surface area. So they'll give you the surface area and then they'll give you two dimensions and ask you to find the missing third one, such as this question. A right rectangular prism has the following measurements. The height is 12 centimeters. The length is 2 centimeters. They tell us the total surface area is 24 square centimeters. And they say, well, what is the width of the prism? So I'm going to show you two methods to solve this. One method is, as always, I start off with my formula. So SA equals to 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. And I'm going to start replacing everything by their numerical value. Now I know the surface area is 244. So I know 2. I know the length is 2. I don't know the width, so I'm going to keep the W. Plus 2. I know the length is 2 and the height is 12. Plus 2. I don't know the width, but I know the height is 12. So I have 244 equals, now 2 times 2 is 4, so this will be 4W, plus, this is 2 times 2 is 4, times 12 is 48, plus 2 times 12 is 24W. Now I have some variables over here and I have 2 W's, so I'm going to put the 4W with the 24W, and that's going to give me 28W plus the 48. Now, if you look at this, this looks like a two-step equation, and you can solve this. So if I am solving for W, okay, means don't get rid of the 28, get rid of the 48. So I'll do the opposite, and I'll minus 48 from both sides. So this would go, I'll have 28W, and again, this is on the calculator section. So 244 minus 48, that gives me 196. Solving for W, they're connected by multiplication, so I'll do the opposite. So I'll divide both sides by 28, and W equals, and you have everything there, you just gotta go divide by 28, and my answer is 7. So W is 7. So this is the algebraic way to solve this. Now, another way to solve this will be the plug and chug way. And by plug and chug is you have your formula, which is SA equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. And you're going to go to the answer. So you're going to, and in this plug and chug, you're going to have to be able to work quickly because your answer might be D. So here it's a little bit easier because we know that our answer is A. So you're going to plug and chug, and you want that when you use 7 as the width with the 12 and the 2, you get 244. So you're like, okay, so this is 2 times 2, and I'm assuming that the width is 7. Plus 2 times 2 times 12, plus 2 times, and again, you're assuming that the width is 7, times 12. And because these numbers are pretty quickly, I'm not going to pull up my calculator. I'm going to go 2 times 2 is 4 times 7. So 4 times 7, 28, plus 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 12 is 48. Plus this one you probably have to, because then this is 2 times 7 is 14 and times 12. So I'll get my calculator. 12 times 14 is 168, and then you're adding 48 and you're adding 28, and I'm hoping that when I hit enter I get 244. Enter gives me 244, so I know that my answer is correct and 7 is my number. If you use any other number than 7, you're not going to get your answer, because assuming that you use 10, so you have 2 times 2 times 10 plus 2 times 2 times 12 plus 2 times 10 times 12. So here this is 2 times 2 is 4 times 10, this is 40, plus this still is 48, But then this is 2 times 10 is 20, and then you got to do 20 times 12. And you get 20 and times it by 12. You get 240 right away. You know that if you add 48 to that, you are over 244. So 10 is not your width. Oops, right there. So this is not your answer. So this is what we call plug and chug, and sometimes students use this method. If you're going to use the plug and chug method, you're going to have to work pretty quickly to move through your answers. I hope this lesson has been helpful. If you like the content, please hit the like button. If you're new, you like the content, subscribe. If you know someone who is taking their GED test and needs some help, please share. And comment down below if you have any questions or queries. And as always, good luck on your GED exam. Have a good day.